Let's okay, this room's filling
Wow.
up nicely. How you doing, everybody? Give us a shout in the chat, give us an emoji, let us know where you are, and we're gonna get started. Usually in under a minute it takes for the room to fill up.
Let's
Well,
fucking go.
it is. Hey, Crypto Jason. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to what you got to say, Scott. We've gone from, I wanted to fall asleep these last few weeks in crypto, but now it feels like it's
Well,
time to pay
this is an
attention.
interesting thing, right? Like the time to pay attention is when you just can't be fuck checking it anymore. And oh, you really do look like a homeless guy
I
right now.
do, yeah, yeah. I promise. My wife's gone and got the car from Chiang Mai today, and I am going for a haircut and a shave. Everything's been shut.
So, for those who don't know, Ian lives in the war zone between Cambodia and Thailand. So he's a little war-torn refugee. You can see he's almost wasting away from starvation over the Christmas period. He certainly hasn't been sitting in his hammock all day and eating snacks and smoking weed. No, no. As his employer, I'd never tolerate that.
No.
No, you're looking
Okay.
good.
Thanks, man. I'm off camera
Yeah, all
now.
right. All right, brother. Um, I'm right to share my screen.
Absolutely.
All right. Today's webinar is on how to double your money with 2026's first bull run of the year. And I'm going to be talking about the evidence pro and con, the bull run, which I think has started probably about a week ago and people haven't really picked up on yet. But we'll look at both the bullish and the bearish evidence. So know this. The best trades that you will ever take in your life, pucker your butthole. I'm talking about when we bought Solana after the FTX thing at 16 bucks. It was just a difficult trade to take. I bought real estate in Bali once just after the first bomb, and it was a really difficult trade to take, and it made a lot of money. And the trades that are really easy to take, like some of the periods of like the post-Trump trade it was that felt really obvious. Like fuck yeah, Trump's in, we're going to make a fortune. That felt really easy to try to take, but it didn't work out. Um, so a good. I'm not talking about like trades that you're going to hold for a week, but if you're going to hold something for 6 months or a year, you should really ideally be buying before everyone else is onto it. When it's like an unpopular view, when it's not consensus. And you're going to know because your instinct is, oh, this is starting to look good. It's starting to look good, but I just want to give it a few more weeks to be sure. But that's a mistake. That's one of the biggest mistakes you can make. Because if prices are wrong, like if prices are wrong, the thesis is that because people have so much PTSD from being fucked by crypto so hard that they're unwilling to buy. That's a temporary thing. And if prices are wrong, they shouldn't stay long for long. Which brings me to my point. The crypto market got taken out the back, shot in the head, buried in a shallow grave, dug up, shot another time. That's the beauty of the shallow grave. Nobody likes crypto. This is the point. Right now, you are here. You are a minority of people who are still interested in crypto. There's 135 of you on this call. Almost nobody likes crypto anymore. That's good. If we look at the past times when crypto was really out of favor, in 2019, when I pivoted the company to crypto, Bitcoin was at 3,000 bucks. And everyone thought it was going to zero. Like Bitcoin looked like, oh, failed experiment. After the FTX crashed, it looked fucking bad. It looked really bad. Bitcoin was at 16,000. Solana was at 12 bucks. It looked bad. And here we've got people talking about altcoins never coming back. altcoins are over, it's all dead, they're all just scams, nobody wants them. And the consensus view right now seems to be that altcoins are a terrible investment. Now, compare and contrast. If you wait until till you feel great about buying crypto, you'd buy crypto here. When Bitcoin hit 20,000 for the first time in 21, you'd buy it. When it broke out from $61,000, and then you'd buy it up here at 123,000 or whatever, 120,000, whatever it got to. You don't want to buy crypto when all your mates are talking about crypto. When you start getting calls from your friends, when I used to walk into the fight gym where I train and you'd hear these, living in Thailand fight bums talking about their favorite altcoins, that's a good sign that you're 5 minutes to midnight, right? So reading the market right now is pretty easy. We've been in a trading range for 2 months, 7 weeks. Above here, it gets really good. Below here, we're not in a bull market anymore. We're going to drift down. We're going to drift down to here. Below here is very, very bad. So we have a very clear entry point. Why? Because we know if we're wrong. So the safe way to play this is to wait until Bitcoin's broken out. But I don't think you want to play it safe. I think you want to jump the gun a little bit and then get out if it falls down here. So we have a weird situation. Bitcoin has a really intact bull market structure. We've got a series of higher highs, each high higher than the last high, and higher lows, each low higher than the last low. That's a bull market. You zoom out, Bitcoin still looks like a bull market. You could still see $200,000 of Bitcoin. Makes perfect sense. Altcoins, however, ended their bull market here when we failed to make a higher high. So altcoins have been in a bear market since the start of just after probably February 2025. We've had a whole year, over a year of altcoin bear market, while crypto has been technically in a bull market. This is new. This is something we haven't seen before in crypto, and this is due to the Bitcoin ETFs and the options on ETFs and the TradFi in crypto now. Bitcoin is decoupling somewhat from altcoins. Why? Because if you're a billion-dollar hedge fund and you're buying Bitcoin in an ETF, you can't take those profits out and shove them into altcoins, except for the big couple that have ETFs. So the most hated coins are altcoins. And I think that's a good place for where we start to look. Now, if we look at what 2026 has been like, from Christmas up till now, this blue line here is Bitcoin. And you can see and these are all the altcoins that I follow. You can see very clearly that almost all the altcoins, except ones with some problems, are absolutely kicking Bitcoin's ass. This is important. What this is telling us is that everyone hates altcoins and altcoins are kicking Bitcoin's ass. Like you can see Render's up 71% over in 6 weeks. Pepe, Mog, Bonk, Fet, Sui, Popcat, Polkadot. I think these are things we haven't been talking about for a long, long time. So let's recap. We've got a devastating bear market in altcoins. Altcoins dropped 85% or so. Bitcoin was down 30%, but the bull market's intact. We have a very, very boring sideways period for a few months, and that's key. You never want to short a boring market, is an old trader wisdom. We've got an exceptionally strong breakout in alts, but not in BTC yet. So what that tells us is that TradFi is the driver of Bitcoin now. TradFi hasn't woken up to the fact that alts are in a new bull market. And the sentiment is still bad. People still have PTSD. And so this is the type of thing that keeps prices suppressed below their fair value. These are the exact conditions for a huge bull market rally if TradFi markets can rally. And what do TradFi markets need to rally? Well, they need the vibe of American greatness to be back. And I mean, there's some retarded takes in American social media right now about everything. Um, I mean, there was some shit yesterday that just made me feel like saying, "Go home, America, you're drunk." But it's clear that love him or hate him, the vibe of American greatness is back. No one's pushing America around anymore. America's back. They've got a military. It's going to do what they're supposed to do, which is kill its enemies. You've got the Secretary of War saying no more dudes in dresses. We're going to be killing machines and we're going to take what we want. And it's all about the oil. And taking a whole bunch of oil for America is a very good thing for the American economy. It's a very good thing for the stock market. It it's straight profit for the American economy. Um, Everything runs on oil. Even solar cars run on oil. You know, the electric plants that heat them are powered by oil. Um, the vibes are back. Can you feel it in the chat? Can you feel it tangibly that the mood about American economic prospects has tangibly changed in the last couple of weeks? Okay, we've got yes, yes, oh yes, Messi, definitely Messi, yep, for sure. Miss Lewis, I'm here, right? And Trump driving it big time. Yeah, I'm not a Trump lover. I think he's kind of a dick, but he's nailed this. I mean, that was one of the best, if not the best, military special operation of all time. I mean, Vladimir Putin tried to do it to Ukraine a couple of years ago, 4 years ago. He's still there. Um, you know, Donald Trump does it in and out before breakfast. I mean, it's a very clear compare and contrast. Todd says something very interesting. I know midterms are in April and they'll need to pump it up starting soon. Exactly. So, you know, especially with all the ICE bullshit that's going on, who are more or less jackbooted thugs, um, they're going to need to pump markets if they want to win the midterms, and they want to win midterms. They do. They want to win midterms. So what happened? This is the open interest in the crypto markets. This is Binance, Bybit, OKX, and Hyperliquid. Couple of interesting things. You can see that when open interest gets too high, gets into this danger zone and it's in danger of being wiped out. This was the 10th of October wipeout. Mail for Nash, the cost of unraveling this is going to be crushing debt. 100%, dude. 100%, dog. So what we had about half the value, more or less half the value wiped off the open interest of crypto markets. But let's look at a couple of things. First of all, it's rising again, and it's been rising for a while, and we haven't really noticed. Second thing, this is Hyperliquid's share at the bottom. Look at this. Hyperliquid is about probably 2/3 of a Bybit right now. Hyperliquid is bigger than an OKX right now. Hyperliquid is maybe a third of a Binance. It used to be 10% of a Binance. It's a third of a Binance. This is very interesting. Hyperliquid is on its way to being the number two exchange. This is why we're building on Hyperliquid. Now, the sectors that are pumping early, we've got layer ones, things like Solana, Sui, you know, all of the layer one Ethereum killer copycats. They're all doing great. We've got large cap memes right here. Large cap memes the best performing sector. Yeah, it's going to be recorded, man. Um, this is something we haven't seen for a while. And I think this is probably the sector to go hard in. We've got layer twos are doing okay, and we've got DeFi lagging. So what I really like here are highly liquid large cap memes. In particular, I like Pepe and I like Bonk. I also like Doge. I like Render and FET from the AI side, and I like the new school L1s. I like Sweet. Um, I think I think those are the best looking coins right now. Now I'm going to open it up to the audience, and if there's a coin you want me to look at, let's have a bit of a look. Um, yeah, throw some coins in the chat. XRP, excellent choice. Okay, so I'm going to make XRP the dark blue line. How is it? Pretty good for a large cap coin. Outperforming Sol, outperforming AVAX, looking good for its sector. Let's look at the chart. Okay, $2.40. It's reclaimed. Yeah, look, I think this looks pretty good. And I don't really like the coin like as a I don't think the value accrues to the token holders at all. But I think this looks pretty good. Okay, let's go through XRP, Tau. Tau looks great. So what I like about Tau is we have this very strong run off the lows where this day can't break the low of this day. This day can't break the low of this day. This day can't break the low of this day. This day can't break the low of this day. And we have one down day, but it's immediately bought, telling us that there was horny dip buyers on the sideline. I think Tau looks really good. I think it's in a strong sector. Let's have a look at it on the squiggle chart. Okay, so Tau is the dark blue line, and you can see it's outperforming everything except some really high beta memes and render. So it's one of the top coins. Um, I think Tau is an AI coin. Okay, so let's look at Hype, which is underperforming. So Hype, you have a very interesting situation. Hype is way down the bottom, and yet, let's look at hypeflows.com. You've got its market share increasing. Well, not quite yet. Of volumes, it's not quite increasing. Open interest is increasing. Volume is not increasing. Um, I think this is reflective of some new competition in the market. We have a new coin called Lighter. Let's see, where can we get that? Yeah. So you can see that Lighter launched at 280, dropped down as low as 240, and then started to rally. We bought it at 250. It's at $3 now. This is taking some of the shine from Hyperliquid, in my opinion. Um, do I like Hype? Yes, I hold like a lot of Hype, a lot. Do I like it right this second? No, it's going down down overnight while the last coins we looked at, like Tau, went up overnight. I like coins that are going up. This hasn't definitively broken its downtrend. There's still there's still a lot of bearish sentiment around it. Um, it dropped from $60 down to 22. That's a big drop. I think this is going to be the big winner of the cycle, but it hasn't happened yet. I think if you're a trader as opposed to a holder, I think the play might be um, cycle back into it when it starts to move. Retardio is showing signs of life, but I couldn't recommend buying it right now. Whereas because the volume is so low. What we want to see is volumes really. You can see meme coin performance is strongly correlated with volume, strongly. So we want to start seeing something. We want to start seeing something like this, and we just haven't seen it yet. So even though price is going up, that's more down to the fact that it's forgotten about. Asta, scam coin, scam exchange. Um, this was basically just a listing scam put out by Binance. So it launched, went up, and insiders sold here, and it's down only forever. This is a shit. This is a shit coin. It's a shit project. All the volumes were faked. All the farming was bullshit. It was just an excuse for CZ to steal $1 billion off crypto holders, more or less. Now, if you want to hold Asta, I would say Asta's nearest competitor is Hype. So long Hype and short Asta at the same time is a lower risk trade. So if we get a bull market, you're betting that Hype outperforms Asta. I think that's a better trade than shorting Asta on its own. Doge, the forgotten one, right? Like everyone's forgotten about Doge, and Doge is, let's go back a ways. Doge is very what's called Lindy, like it recovers. Um, I like it. I like it. We're starting to see signs of volume coming in. Um, yeah, it's underperforming Pepe and Bonk, but Pepe and Bonk are riskier, so that's probably okay. Okay, let's have a look. Ondo, there's one I haven't thought about it for a while, and I really liked it at one stage. It's not doing enough to justify. Yeah, I hate XRP, but only because the people who hold it tend to be really stupid. But that's kind of an advantage because really stupid people don't sell when they should. So I think XRP is a great coin to hold. I don't think it's a very good business to own, unless you're owning the business, not the coin. Like the actual business is they sell coins and keep the money. Like every time it pumps, they just sell some. Okay, so Link down the bottom, a bit forgotten. Yes, it's a good buy. Is it the thing that you're gonna put your money in right now? No. Woo. Okay. So Woo has fallen way out of favor. It's way down the bottom. Um, where is it? And this is primarily, you can see it's going down. You can see this is primarily reflective on the fact that Woo is a DEX, and it was a good DEX in 2022, and it's a shit DEX compared to Hyperliquid and Lighter. So this is a coin that's going to lose market share, in my opinion, and continue to lose market share. This is not a good coin anymore. Thoughts on Turbo? Large cap meme, no community, completely wiped out and doing reasonably well. It's would I say it's the best meme? No. Is it all right? I think you could probably find I think you could probably find a better play than Turbo. Okay, so XLM, middle of the pack, nothing, not bad, not good. STX is just Bitcoin beta. So STX is like Bitcoin on steroids. Um, yeah, I think XTX is good right here. I think Lighter Lit is good here. Pengu, I think, is good here. You can see Pengu's right near the top. ENA, it's about 30 cents. Right? Middle of the pack. I think ENA behaves almost completely like Ethereum beta. So yeah, I hold some ENA. I'm comfortable with it. Solana looks great. EGLD, I haven't looked at in ages. Down the bottom, probably not that interesting. MOG, very good. Um, how low will hype drop? I think it's found a bottom. I wouldn't expect it to drop below 22. Um, SPX 6900. Okay, the Murad coins. Taken out to the back and shot, really. Um, Strong community, buying its support. If memes go on a generational run, this is one of the ones that will do well. Um, it's a bit hard. It's a bit hard to jump into right now. Um, are they poor tokenomics? Um, Biggest thing in DeFi. That's all right. Middle of the thing. No, Retardio's not close to my original buy. I bought it like super low. XPL, I got completely dusted on XPL. This is a big mistake in me. 16 cents. God, that's fucking embarrassing. Looks like shit, to be honest. Looks like shit, and I still hold it. Dogeon, never heard of it. H bar down the bottom. Popcat looks great. XMR, middle of the road. Link, probably not yet. Ian, nah, that bag of woo ain't doing shit. I'd swap it out for lighter. Baby, never heard of it. Um, Ada, no, Ada's always a scam. Ada's Ada's always rubbish. There's like nobody actually uses it. There's nothing to do on it. It's like shit. XCN, never heard of it. Shiba, large cap memes, man. Shiba is a large cap meme. It's going in. What's all the hype about XRP? Is the financial system going to run on XRP rails? No, it's not. Don't be retarded. They've been saying that for years. It's just not. It's just not going to happen. Like what we're seeing in this cycle is that it's very easy and cheap to spin up your own layer one, like Plasma, like Stripe doing, like everyone's doing their own layer one for stables. XRP doesn't have a use case. How high do you see hype going? I see initially $200 hype. And when to sell? You sell when Hyperliquid is not uh, growing in market share off the others. Trend I'm going to talk about in a minute, but it looks pretty good. It looks really good, actually. Have I heard of Clash? No. River? No. Zcash. Well, okay, Zcash is one we got to talk about. All the developers walked out en masse overnight. So you can see this. What happened is the developers said we're just not building it anymore. Fuck off. Like they didn't agree with all the this was an artificially engineered pump, and the developers have got the shits with it and said, fuck that. Um, Ray, excellent buy right now. BDAG, never heard of it. Um, okay, Mail for Nash. So this means you don't buy the pump fun narrative. So pump fun are proven scammers who have a track record of extracting several billion dollars from crypto users. And despite the fact that they have several billion dollars, they somehow needed to raise $1 billion off crypto users again. What did they need it for? Like they've got billions of dollars of their own. Like if they wanted to build something and they believed in it, they would put their own money on it. Um, yeah. Um, I think if you've got a moonbag of SEC, I would swap it out for Monero right now. Um, the Forex Flex, since high point go lower than $22, would you say it's a good time to buy? Yeah, I think it's a great time to buy. Um, I think it might be a little longer than people think. I think it might be a couple of months before it takes over. What I'm seeing is the early signs of people getting interested in memes and AI coins again. So, you know, where I'm at is yes, I love Hyperliquid. Yes, I think it's the best exchange. Yes, it's growing in market share. Um, am I interested in trading it right now when other things are making me money? No, no. No. I am a strict, complete whore when it comes to my trading choices. I trade the things that make money when they make money, and I'll come back to hype. I still hold hype, but I'll come back to it. All right. So now I'm going to show you the number one coin I'm going to be filling my bags with in 2026. So the coin is fully automated. It's generated 4,815% to date, and it's a token that pays out the highest passive income out of any asset you'll ever own. But let me introduce myself first and give you a few reasons why you might want to listen to me. If you're new here, I'm Scott. I've been trading for 20 years. I was a TradFi trend following trader, pivoted to crypto in 2019. I traded under billionaire traders like Ed Seykota and Van Tharp. Um, I made $3 million in two trades in 2024. Yeah. In some lesser known markets, basically, I got early to memes, and yeah, I got early to memes, and I'm good at finding niche but profitable trades. You can see here we're early to cock in you, um, running a hell of a lot of leverage hyperliquid early. This is me. I did bench a lot. Um, I bought Bitcoin when it was early, when it was $4 and 21 cents, and I sold at 22 dollars or something, heartbreaking. With 1,000 Bitcoin too, so it really hurt my feelings. In the first crypto bull run, well, the last actually, sorry, I turned 40K into 770K, and more recently, I turned 5K into 1.3 million with it was like a challenge account, and I did it all publicly, and that was cool. Um, yeah, this is some of the things we did. Retardio, I wish I took more profit on Retardio. But so it is. We're about to potentially see the start of another bull run. So I'm going to show you the easiest way to position yourself to maximize profits from the coins that are about to explode without ever having to watch the market direction, without ever having to pick any individual coins, without ever having to spend more than 5 minutes a month checking your account. And this opportunity isn't one of those you've got to be an experienced trader things. You've got to watch the market. You've got to have a lot of wealth stored already. There's no barriers to entry, and the pie is big enough that everyone watching this right now can get their share and then some. And because the main strategy here is to gun for a massive airdrop, there's very little risk involved. So, you're getting your coins for free. You've got a low cost basis. It's hard to fuck that up. So this is our own project. We have insider info on this that we've been working on since early last year. Our team is world class. Like I'm so humbled. We've got some of the best programmers in the world, some of the best quants in the world. Um, we've got the we own the ticker for it on Hyperliquid. All our trading systems are going on chain, and everyone on this call right now. This is new, by the way. Everyone on this call right now can claim a free airdrop of this token at the token generation event. Now, to be fully transparent, one of the reasons I'm excited about this new token and its airdrop is because I'm building, and I've seen everything that's backing it up, and I can tell you, no one's ever done anything like what we're doing. It's brand new tech, and it's beautiful tech. With the upcoming bull run, I think this could be worth tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands for everyone on this call right now. So what we did is we basically copied Hyperliquid's airdrop playbook. And it was the biggest, most successful launch in history. We thought we'd just rip it off. We're building on the Hyperliquid blockchain. So let me be straight with you here. I'm not here about the tech. We're here to get our community rich and get ourselves rich too by aligning ourselves with the community. The only way that everyone in the company, Ian, Caroline, Maurizio, we're all balls deep in this. But the only way for us to get out is to make everyone rich along the way. That's the so we burnt the boats. I believe this is the true ethos of crypto, and I believe that the true ethos of crypto is about making generational wealth by taking risks that other people aren't prepared to take. And I'm happy to be upfront about that. You know, we're going hard for this. We're going hard for this. If we get a bull market, holy shit, this is really, really going to work so well. As with all airdrops, our airdrop is linked to a token that we already own the ticker for. Well, it's actually launched. Let's have a quick look at how it's going. I haven't checked in a while. There we go. Oh, someone sold it yesterday. 53. So the market cap right now is at 53 million. Not bad. We'll have that at 100 million before we launch it. So we're building an actual product that has the potential to reach a billion in market cap. We think we've got a straight pathway to $50 million a year in protocol revenues, which puts it in the top 10 protocols by revenue. It's building on the most exciting blockchain. VCs love it. You're probably thinking, but that's nice and all, but how's the token going to make you rich? Well, of course, there's the airdrop. It's free money, but that's just the start. It's what happens afterwards that's going to make you rich. You'll get one of the highest yielding passive income out of any asset. We think we did 75% in 2025. We think it'll be good for an average of 50% in USDC. So that's not holding a coin and you take the risk on the coin and hope that it goes up 100%. This is holding US dollars and still getting 50% interest in them. And that's cash in the bank, like not some magic beans that internet money, like real USDC. So at the very least, what I promise you is that you're going to walk away from this presentation with a much better understanding of how to actually get passive income, how to build retirement wealth with crypto. And I'm not talking about doing stupid shit like Lambos or Rolexes. If you do that, I kind of think you're an idiot. I did that kind of stuff when I was young. I got rich when I was like 22, and I did a bunch of stuff like that. And at age 51, you know what I wish? I wish I still had that money that I spent on fast cars and Ferraris and shit like that. Um, you know, some I spent on fast women and alcohol and getting high, and the rest I just squandered, I'm afraid. So for me, wealth these days is being debt free. And it's about having enough money to never work a day in your life, to retire your spouse. For me, the biggest flex is that my wife doesn't work. Why do I live in Thailand? Because I've got an army of people working so my wife doesn't have to. We've got maids and nannies and drivers and gardeners and you know that's why I like Thailand. I basically live like a billionaire and I spend hardly any money. Having the freedom to do whatever you want with whoever you want, whenever you want, for as long as you want. This has always been what crypto's about. And this is something that you can have too. crypto represents freedom. When crypto goes up, it represents a way to break free from the doomers, break free from the people that think that AI is going to ruin your life and take your job, and just break free to get onto the other side of that big fence, get into the capital holders and not the labor side of the equation. So let me show you how we've been generating 4,815% in returns for our community since 2019, and through both bull and bear markets, how you can grab an airdrop to this exact system's native token. So we built our internal trading systems off the back of basically very uncontroversial and proven strategies used by every hedge fund in the world. And our head quant is ex BlackRock. He's an astrophysicist. We've got a bunch of quants now. But BlackRock runs a $76 billion hedge fund. So let me show you how it works and how it can make you rich. So how it works is our trading systems primarily use one of the most reliable, consistent money makers in crypto. It's called the law of momentum, also known as trend following, time series momentum in academic finance papers. It's worked for over 100 years. And because crypto doesn't have any real valuation, there's no like earnings and price to earnings ratios or any of that. That's coming, but it's not here yet. In the absence of any real way to say that Bitcoin is anything other than a magic bean, can go it can go as high as you like. Like coins regularly do 50x's and 100x's. Can they can. You're going to hear me use these terms momentum and trend following interchangeably, but they're the same thing. So what is the law of momentum? It's a trading strategy that can be used to predict which assets are going to be profitable. And you saw earlier on, I did all of these little squiggle charts. This is showing us which coins are relatively stronger over the recent past. That's what momentum is. Which coins are strongest? So what we're really doing in our algos, when you strip the bullshit and the marketing bullshit away, is we're doing something like this, but we're turning it into an algorithm. We're saying, oh, you should be long the shit that's going up. And you probably don't want to be long this one. You probably don't want to be long this one. You probably don't want to be, but you probably want to be long these few. So what we do is we buy these ones and bet they're going to go up, and we short these ones and bet that they're going to go down. It turns out that's a pretty good way to trade. Right? Because the stronger the momentum, the bigger the price movement, body in motion stays in motion. The way it works is no one's thought about render in years, haven't heard it mentioned. All of a sudden, people are going to be talking about render. Wow, render's doing fucking great. Fucking love render. Fuck. And then more people are going to hear about that. More people are going to buy it. As a result, it's going to go up because there's more buyers than sellers. If we have a negligible amount of BTC in reserve, this would be the time to switch it into trend. If it's a very small amount, yeah, but these markets are so thin, I wouldn't recommend buying it. You can buy it on Hyperliquid right now, but you want to be very, very careful about buying it. You wouldn't buy more than 1,000 or two a day. It's available in Hyperliquid, but I'm going to show you how to get it for free on this call. So I don't think buying it is as good a deal as getting the airdrop. The airdrop we structured the airdrop so it's a better deal. It's a simple concept, but it's been producing thousands of profitable trades for the biggest hedge funds in TradFi. This is an edge that was previously only available to the very largest hedge funds in the world. There's an entire $300 billion industry been printing money hand over fist for 40 years. It's been profitable in every market in the world. It's been profitable for 137 years. It's been profitable in stocks, in bonds, in Forex, in crypto, in real estate. And firms like Dunn Capital have outperformed the S&P 500 by 475% over 50 years. My retirement accounts are with Mulvaney Capital, which outperformed the S&P 500 by 600% over a 20-year period. They've done really well this month. Holy fucking shit, they've done well. The trend following index, this is all the trend following funds after fees in blue, and this gray line is the S&P 500. It's outperformed the S&P 500 in the biggest stock bull market in history. So let's take it back a bit. The first human city was in modern day Iraq, in ancient Sumeria. They didn't even have fucking money then. They used barley instead of money. And they stored the barley prices on clay tablets, these little bitches here. Um, Dug them up 5,000 years later. You can run our trend following systems on them and they work. And if any of you have ever traded the RTV patterns that I talk about in my emails sometimes, the Japanese 16th, they come from the 16th century Japanese rice futures markets. They were called some incomprehensible, you know, clouds over something bullshit pattern. But, you know, I stole them from 16th century Japanese rice farmers and they work just as well today. This guy, Cliff Astus, he spends his days on Twitter. He's a multi-billionaire. He spends his days on Twitter yelling at clouds. He runs a very good trend following hedge fund. And he did some analysis on how well it worked by decade. And you can see in 1880 to 1890, 1890 to 1899, blah, blah, blah. Every single decade, it has losing years, lots of them. It has losing years, but at the end of every decade, it worked really well. What I'm trying to say is that momentum is as close to a law of gravity as we have in financial markets. Bob Watkins, I reckon upping your volatility target right now is a very, very smart move. It's worked in stocks, it's worked in bonds, worked in real estate, FX, commodities. It works in gold, right? Like gold. It works in silver. It works in copper. It works in every fucking thing you can imagine. Why? Because you're buying the shit that's gone up and shorting the shit that's gone down. It's worked for 10,000 years. Why does it work? It works because we get greedy when things start going up. It works because we get scared when things start going down. We're still greedy and fearful, and I still act like a cunt with my personal accounts. You know, I still keep the things I'm emotionally attached to, like my hyperliquid. Um, you know, I've got every one of those human biases that I started with when I started trading 20 years ago. You just don't grow out of them. Um, KTM kids at 35 volt target now, would you say 45 or 55? I'd go 55. In Yeah, you got to part with your woo, brother. Like, you know, there's new information came out. We looked like being the best distributed exchange, looked like being the best perpdex, and now it doesn't. It's not the best. So you know, if you don't want to be holding the second best, the fourth best, the fifth best. There is, you know, if there's anything that's true in crypto, is if you're going to hold a thing, hold the best thing of that thing. You know, you want the best. So in crypto, this works way better. It works on average about 2.5 times as well as it does in TradFi. Why? Because TradFi has other things which influence the price, as well as like vibes. Because momentum is essentially vibes. We love it because it's going up. Why? Well, it's fucking making me money. Of course I fucking love it. I love that it makes me money. What else do you like about it? Well, there's lots of things I like about it, but my favorite part is the money making part. And in TradFi land, you have things like, you know, what is the value of these assets and how much money do they earn and how many dividends do they pay and all that kind of bullshit. So it kind of weakens the source. Like it's still there, but it's not as good as in crypto. So crypto market is constantly growing. We've got new money inflows from institutions that has to go somewhere. The president is completely on board with crypto grifting. Our markets are open 24/7. This year, the biggest thing that you're going to see is what we call the perpification of stocks. So you're going to see stocks start to be traded. They're already traded, but you're going to see a lot of stock trading switch to crypto. There's no barriers to entry. You can do this worldwide. Like it's very, very difficult for a guy in Nigeria to trade stocks in America. Not anymore. So I've traded this way in the old market since 2014. I've got my retirement markets, my retirement accounts doing this. They've compounded much more than 4 million AUD now. We've been running it on crypto for the last few years. The results have beaten Nvidia, Bitcoin, Ethereum, even during bear markets. We generated a 4,815% cumulative return. Our, During the year-long bear market back here, we just held steady because it makes money even during down markets. And that's not quite true. It makes a tiny little bit of money. Mostly goes sideways and bores you shitless. But what you don't have to deal with is your altcoins dropping 85%. Our maximum drawdown in the last couple of years was 35%, and the average drawdown was like 14%. So you don't really have to worry about getting completely wrecked because it makes money even during down markets. This is how it doubles your portfolio with compounding. So this would have turned a $10,000 starting investment into 481,000 today. So momentum's been profitable for the last 137 years. You just need compounding to do the work for you. So you see, once you start compounding, it starts really slow. But by year five, you've turned 10,000 into 380,000. And then you're sort of like over the hump. And then you can see that around the next few bends of the road, you're going towards a 10-figure retirement and an 8-figure retirement. So I think most of us are thinking about an 8-figure retirement. That's certainly that's certainly true for me. Like 8 figures for me is like plenty, unless you want to be a dickhead. Like that's my life. That's my lifestyle that I live now forever. That's perfect. So if you're impatient like me, you don't need to wait 7 years to become a millionaire. We can speed this process up significantly, and we do this before by barbelling it. So what I mean by a barbell strategy is you put most of your money in the thing that you know is going to work, and then you take a few risky bets on the side, like really risky bets. You try and be early to the new thing. Is how you take risky bets in crypto is you try and be early to the new thing. That's basically early to poly market, early to memes, early to hype. Yeah, you try and be early. So here's what we did to cut the generational wealth down in half. I took all my trading experience. I got my best trader buddies on board, like Robot James. He's ex BlackRock hedge fund quant. We built our own algorithmic trading system that executes momentum trades in the crypto market a lot better than we were doing a couple of years ago. It's called FinRev. You may have heard me talking about our automated systems before. It's generated insane returns for me and the everyone. It's quick vibe check. Raise your hand if you think you'd be richer today if you'd invested in Bitcoin since 2019. Yeah. Congratulations, PM Green Bay. That is a very good trade, Judy. Well, FINRA has consistently beaten the returns of Bitcoin with less drawdowns. This is changing. Bitcoin, now that it's a TradFi coin, has becoming less of an upside, but also less of a downside. You can see at the start of this webinar, the big theme was how Bitcoin has decoupled from the rest of the crypto market, which means a couple of things. First of all, if you're buying Bitcoin at 90,000, you're not going to get Bitcoin 90,000 to 900,000 straight away. Like that's off the table now. But if you'd been using FinRev since the early days, you'd be richer than if you'd invested in Bitcoin in 2019. So what is FinRev? FinRev is an automated trading system that trades using momentum algorithms, the same ones from Wall Street, same ones that every hedge fund in the world uses. They're not controversial and they're not even secret. They're applied to the crypto markets, and there's a huge opportunity in doing this. So it scans the blockchain, and basically we go short the things that are going down, and we go long the things that are going up. And so this is a snapshot. I'm not actually logged in right now, so I can't show you what our positioning is. But when the market's going down, it shorts everything, and when the market starts going up, it starts longing everything. Now we're about 60% long. It's already in some of the most obviously profitable coins. The obviously profitable coins it's in right now are Bonk, Solana, Jupe, all the memes. At the end of the call, I'll just log in. I just got to get my mobile phone to do the two-factor authentication bullshit so I can log in, but I'll do that at the end of the call. Um, it executes profitable trades on coins you've never heard of, like BSV, scam coin. And it all runs in the background. I never check it. Like I'm not logged in right now. Like that's how much trust I have in it. Like I have to go get my two-factor authentication. I haven't logged in since Christmas. So and it's the 9th of January. Um, that's how easy it is to live with. So we've never had a losing year during bull and bear markets, which is unheard of because it's not stuck to one position, holding 50 positions at a time. When Bitcoin crashes, usually alts will crash harder and it protects your positions. So, in generally, during the big crash days, like the one in October recently, we made money. And this is universal. Like FTX Day, we made money. 3 Arrows Capital Day, we made money. Luna Day, we made money. Like it stops you from getting, you know, it stops you from the worst, the 10 most awful days in crypto history. We certainly made money on. So we've generated 10 million for clients who are currently FINREV members. We hold about a bit under 20 million AUM. Well, it holds the vast bulk of my own wealth. It works. It's not like these shitty trading bots that require you to constantly check in and monitor or running some stupid software on your own home computer. Like I said, I haven't checked mine since Christmas. I went to Australia for the Christmas period, didn't check, logged off, haven't logged back in. Well, I don't check my own accounts once a year. That's marketing bullshit. I check my accounts about every week usually, but I just haven't for a month. If you don't check for a month, it's not a big deal. But what I don't do is fuck with it. I don't jump in, jump out, switch it on, switch it off. That's a good way. Historically, that's bad. Um, all you do is you deposit your funds you want FINREF to trade with on your Binance, on your Bybit, on your Hyperliquid. You just let it do its thing. And so it has long periods of going sideways. And the longer the period of going sideways, the more it jumps up when it goes. And you can see this is like 150% in the last 2 years, right? So even with these periods of like deathly boredom, it still does 150% in 2 years. This is the average of everyone's account after fees. Um, to put it all in perspective, if you start with a $10,000 starting base, stick it to FINREF's returns, by the end of year four, you've already amassed $1 million. And beyond that, well, the numbers would start to sound like they're made up. And you can't get these kind of returns anywhere outside of crypto. And this is how new millionaires are being minted every day. And you can easily be one of them. In short, FINREV makes money for you on autopilot by taking the things that work in TradFi, which are momentum, carry, a bunch of other things. And all you do is throw in whatever funds you want to trade with, set and forget. Gizzy, why does the API take days to go until it resets? The API is a function of the exchange that you're on. If you trade, I trade on Bybit, for example, and Bybit make me reset my API every 90 days, which annoys the shit out of me. So it's unfortunately it's down to them. If the exchange doesn't let you in, how many more years will I be in business realistically? I got a 10-year plan. I'm going to be gone in 10 years. Um, but uh, um, but I've got a plan to go and still leave my money in it because I want to be doing this forever. Like I can't get these kind of returns anywhere else. You know, all I have to do is find the right people to keep the thing running, and there is better people than me. You know, I'm a self-taught quant. There's actual, astrophysicists with PhDs and that have worked for big hedge funds, and with enough money, which we have now, we can hire them, and we do. Now you can actually make more money from FINREV. On that note, let me ask you a question. How would you like to become an owner of FINREV alongside of me, alongside of Ian, alongside of Caroline, everyone, Maurizio? Our company is a community-owned company. Um, what I mean is we took no VC money. We share the wealth amongst each other. We're all in it to win it, and I'm not trying to not win. Like we're playing to win here, guys. And what does that even mean? And how does being an owner make you even more money? Well, this is the one you already know is that it makes good returns. So you get rich just from using it, but there's two more ways being an owner makes you even more money. In order to distribute ownership of FinRev with our community, we're going to turn the entire thing into a token. So the ownership of the company goes to the token holders. Owning FinRev's native token represents a right to grab your share of 20% of all profits generated by FinRev. And this is important because 99.9% of crypto tokens, they don't have any income or they pay income by giving you more magic bean tokens and they're just um, diluting their own capital. Because FinRev's native token gets 20% of the income that we earn for it for our members in the future, we think it's going to earn about 50 million bucks a year and we're going to split it all up between ourselves. And that might sound crazy, but why would we give away our profits? Well, it's the same reason why companies issue stocks. When you increase the size of the pie, everyone makes more money. And truthfully, like the real non-marketing bullshit reason is that if I go to a private equity company or a venture capital company and I say I want to sell this token that I made up myself, and I say who, and they're the first thing they're going to say is who owns it. If I say, oh, me and a bunch of my buddies, they're going to go, well, fuck off. No one's going to buy that. You're going to dump on us and crash the price of the token. So the only way that our token is worth anything is if, 5 or 6 thousand people own it. And that's you. When you increase the size of the pie, everyone makes more money. Our one and only goal is to make the pie really big. I'd rather own a smaller slice of a global size pie rather than own 100% of a small local size pie. When we pay out 20% profits to FinRev token owners, it's acting like a dividend stock. So it pays you in USDC, not in you stake trend token, you don't get paid in trend, you get paid in USDC. Pays out way more, anywhere from 40 to 80% per year in USDC. And name one dividend stock that pays out 40 to 80% APY, you won't find it. Just like stocks, you not only make money from the profits shared out to owners of the token, but you can also make money when the value of the token goes up. And the concept of a token pumping and doing a 10x, a 20x, a 50x, that should be familiar to you already. But when there's demand for a token, which there already will be, then that demand drives the price of the token up. Like the best thing that we can do for the health of our business is take every one of you on a wealth creation journey. The best advertising for any token is the price. Hyperliquid went up and everyone loved Hyperliquid. This is just the way of things. So we're going to launch FinRev's native token at $100 million valuation. And we have a serious playbook to get this to become $1 billion coin. And this coin is going to have a passive income component that spits out raw stablecoin cash for anyone who owns the native token. So you get rich from the passive income, you get just holding the profits the token generates. Passive income component generates more demand for our coin, drives the coin price up, making you even richer if you choose to be an owner. So to summarize, you get rich from FinRev trading for you. You get rich from the passive income you get from just holding the token, and you get rich when the price of the token goes up. Our ultimate goal is to build a forever asset that generates USDC stablecoin returns in perpetuity. Coin that never has to be sold at any part of the crypto cycle because it spits out raw cash every month. So it's an asset you can stack so it pays for your retirement for the rest of your life. To achieve this, we've tokenized FinRev's entire algo into a coin called Trend. And I truly believe this is the path to wealth for everyone watching right now. Now, the big difference between our new algos and the algos we've got now is our current algos go sideways for a long period of time and then go up. Our new algos are straight up and to the right. They make money almost every week. I truly believe this is the path for wealth creation for everyone watching this right now. We're not only going to give away millions in airdrops, just holding this coin is going to yield the highest passive income stream out of any asset you'll ever own, and it easily has the potential to become $1 billion coin. Well, you can buy a trend token right now, but don't, because this is a bad deal compared to what I'm about to offer you. Um, we haven't officially launched it. You can buy and sell it. You can buy and sell it right now, um, but there's very little volume. So some guy dropped it by 6% by selling a couple of $1,000 worth yesterday. Um, so don't do that. Before I show you the best way to get a massive stack of Trend coins and how to get filthy rich off these tokens, let me explain how Trend works. Trend is FINREV's native token. Trend is FINREV's native token. So if you've heard me talk about it before, you want to pay attention because there's been some developments. Here's how we built Trend token from the ground up to make the number go. This is unashamedly not about the tech. This is unashamedly about making the price of the token go up. And if you don't like that, if you think that's like immoral or whatever to artificially force the price up, I don't know. I don't know. I reckon we're doing it anyway. Tokenomics are mechanisms that affect a coin's price. They're the rules of the game of a coin and affect its supply and demand. So we're specifically designed to make the number go up by we build in a bunch of mechanisms that generate more demand for trend. So more demand for the token means the price of the coin goes up. This is what you want as the owner of the coin. So trend has, let's say trend has a hypertrend has $100 million in trading system, in the trading system. We earn 50% in that year. We've got $50 million. We've got to distribute that money to the trend token holders. They get a choice. They get a choice of getting paid in USDC or in trend token, but we've manipulated the playing board by making it such an attractive deal to take trend token instead of USDC that you'd have to actually be nuts to take USDC. So what does that do? It means that we have to go into the market and market buy, $10 million plus per month of trend token. And this is a proven strategy. This is how Hyperliquid did their thing. Let me show you some ways that the number go up tokenomics work. So mechanism number one, the real world revenue generated by the protocol, it gets paid directly to token holders, creates demand for the native coin without being inflationary. We're not just printing new trend tokens. There will only ever be 100 million trend tokens. You want passive income paid in USDC, you buy the trend coin. If you want it paid in USDC, you have to stake it. If you want it just to go up, you just buy the trend coin and hold it. That's how it works. Remember, this already has 20 million AUM. It generates real world revenues. This automatically creates. So when people from the general crypto markets outside of our community buy trend for a share of the profits, the price of the coin goes up. There's always been and always will be demand for assets that generate passive income. Crypto is a lot about yield. And this is one piece of our number go up tokenomics. We're going to have the highest yield, bar none, of any stablecoin assets. So most token yields pay out in their own native token. If we just print more trend tokens, well, that's not going to work. Like that's why all these coins that print their own tokens go down, and the ones that go up are the ones that have a finite supply. Example, you stake Aave, you get paid out in Aave tokens, you sell those Aave tokens and the price of Aave drops, especially at scale. Trend pays out in USDC stablecoins, not in its own native token. So every time profits are shared, it's sent out in USDC, not in Trend token. So you buy Trend pays out yield in USDC to holders, no Trend token emissions, no sell pressure. Therefore, the price of Trend continues to go up. This creates a flywheel effect where people are incentivized to hold their trend instead of selling, which makes the price go up, which means As the price goes up harder, more people are interested in holding rather than selling. It's a positive feedback, and this is why Bitcoin worked. No one wants to be that guy who sold 10,000 Bitcoin for a pizza. So supply is fixed at 100 million tokens. We can't generate more tokens. How do we know that? Well, we just go look at the contract for Trend Token, and we go the total supply 100 million, and the circulating supply is here. This is like how Bitcoin has a hard cap of 21 million coins, which makes it deflationary by design. So we took the best parts of that. There's several more layers than this, but in simple terms, Trend has multiple layers of mechanisms that are going to artificially force the price to go up by building demand for the coin itself while reducing the reasons to sell Trend. We're just manipulating supply and demand here, guys. We're finishing up our white paper that explains all the details around our number go up tokenomics. You can see that at docs.hypertrend.xyz if you want to read more in detail. And so to summarize exactly how being an owner of Trend will make you rich, gets you the massive returns from FinRev. You make money by investing in the Trend coin as the number go up tokenomics go into play, and you get paid passive income in USDC just for holding Trend. I'm going to show you how you can get some free Trend in just a couple of minutes. You're going to get a big fat airdrop worth several $1,000s if you choose to participate in our token launch. So what part do you pay in this? What makes you eligible for this airdrop? First of all, it's completely bootstrapped by you guys. We're beholden to no one. Our owners are our communities. There's no arsehole VCs ready to dump on you. It's 100% community built. But let me be real here. What we're building here is ambitious. We can't do it with a bunch of fucking Indians off Upwork. Um, we need world-class developers, which we have. We need the best quants, not just guys who can build trading systems, guys that are much better than me. Um, Quite a whole heap of money. It's why most crypto projects take the deal with the devil and take VC money, but we didn't want to do that. We're community first. We're community first. It's not because I'm some altruistic fucking want to do it for the good of society bullshit. You should run a mile from guys who say that. It's because our bags are directly tied to the community. We're doing it that way. Our goals are aligned with the community goals. My net worth is in this. I can't fuck it up unless I want to go broke. There's no other way out for me other than making everyone a shit ton of money. We're not going to ask you to help us without making it worth your while. That's just stupid. Everyone who invests in FinRev today will get a massive, like a really generous airdrop of Trend when we launch. And it's based on a point system. So if you've gotten the hype airdrop, you'll be familiar as well. We're using a similar system. So the real users have distributed points for taking actions like depositing funds in the Trend Vault. To get points, you just be a real user of the Trend Vault. Don't try and game the system. You won't figure it out. There's no way to farm it. You can't like deposit, withdraw, deposit, withdraw. No, we won't be porting it to Tower where you need Hyperliquid to. You need Hyperliquid for some of the advanced things in their blockchain. So here's how you get the most amount of points. At token generation event, which we also call TGE, we're going to distribute the Trend airdrop across all of our real users, and this will be a massive amount. We're airdropping 32% of supply, which is $32 million. That means a third of all Trend tokens go directly to our community. So you not only get the trading system, you get to own a third of the company, but you also get points which turn into airdrop Trend tokens. If you choose to hold your Trend tokens, not only do you get paid USDC stablecoins for being an owner, as people outside of our community buy the Trend token, it means your Trend token price goes up, making you even richer. To compare this with a simple metaphor, owning Trend's like owning a real estate portfolio that doubles in size every year. So 5,000 in passive income becomes 10,000 and so on and so on. And the value goes up and it just keeps going up. We designed this to be a forever asset. So since I started trading professionally 20 years ago, I always wished there was a simple set and forget asset, one that I didn't have to try and time the type cycle tops and bottoms like I'm doing now, that it would just spit out US dollars for me every month so I could stop thinking about money and just live my life. And this is something every single one of my 40 plus employees at my company wants. And this is why we built it. Um, for forever asset that pays stablecoin yields for life is something you'd like to, and you'd like crypto to finally grant you the early retirement wealth you've been chasing, well, this is it. This is your opportunity. Remember, my goal for you is the ability to do whatever you want, wherever you want, with whoever you want, for as long as you want. And, money is just a tool to buy your freedom. Trend and FinRev is the vehicle to get you there. So here's the deal. We have two tiers of FinRev available for you today. FinRev Gold is straight trend following. It's 6,500 for 3 years of fully automated trend following trade. It's what I personally do. It's the one that like the other one is technically a better system, but I've been doing trend following for so long that I like the old school version. FinRev Platinum is 9,500 for 3 years of fully automated trading with all our systems, including future upgrades. No matter which you pick as New Year's promo. So this is the part that's new. This is the part you've got to pay attention to. Everyone who shows up with the call for my onboarding team, whether or not you join or not, gets $100 worth of trend airdrop points. We'll also deposit an additional $500 USD tether straight into your wallet to get you started with FinRev, so that as a bonus. So these are today's bonuses: is $100 worth of trend airdrop points for anyone who books a call and shows up. We'll also deposit an additional 500 straight into your wallet to get started with FinRev. So how airdrop points, you show up to the call with one of my team members, this automatically guarantees $100 in trend airdrops. Doesn't matter if you decide to join or not. If you decide to join FinRev, you get an extra $500 deposited straight into your account to start trading with. After you've signed up as a FinRev member, this automatically allocates you as part of the 32% of tokens that will be airdropped to all real users. All you have to do is use FinRev. I want to make it easy for you to start the new year's and automate your way to financial freedom. So today, you not only get $100 guaranteed in trend airdrop coins, when you then join FinRev, you get $500 USD tether deposit immediately in your account to start trading with, and you're guaranteed more trend coins airdropped for you for being a real user when we launch the token. Now, let me quickly recap the two tiers of FinRev. Gold versus Platinum. So Platinum has some advantages. So Gold, you get 3 years of automated algorithmic trading with FinRev. You get a VIP onboarding with one of our expert crypto trader coaches. You get comprehensive stats and monitoring. You can delay starting or pause at any time. And we've got your W money guarantee. If you aren't in profit after your first 12 months using the system, we'll let you use it for free until you've doubled your money. So to join FinRev, you book a call with our team at finrev.trade/call. So summary, 6,500. You get 3 years of automated trading with FinRev. FinRev Platinum 9,500 for 3 years is everything from Gold, plus you're grandfathered into new systems, plus you delay starting or pause at any time, plus you get both trend following and cross-sectional carry systems combined for smoother and faster returns, and you get your money guarantee. If you aren't in profit during your first 12 months using your system, we'll let you use it for free until you've doubled your money. FinRev Platinum is designed to generate higher returns than Gold, and smoother returns. Smoother is, for most people, more important than higher, even though they don't think it is. Platinum uses more than just trend following. It blends multiple trading algorithms to find more profitable trades. It trades carry and cross-sectional momentum as well. So you've got three systems running instead of one. The big advantage of FinRev Platinum is you get three accounts, and each account you can set your own risk level. And this is very important because you can set what is a safe investment to run at the volatility of an altcoin. So you can set this so that it'll 20x in a year if we have a bull run. If you want a 1 year option, just talk to the guys on the call. The short answer is I think so. With FinRev Platinum, you get three accounts. You can have a safe account but you can have two separate accounts. So you might want a separate account created for your children so you can grow it like a college fund. And you might want a third account with the volatility set to like degen level. And we know this is incredibly popular. Everyone loves it. I was against it until I started doing it. Um, yeah, it turns it turns it from a safe asset into a high risk asset. Um, 60, 70% drawdowns and 10, 20x gains um, in the good times. So just for fun, our CTO put one of his side FinRev Platinum accounts at maximum volatility. He started out with 225 bucks, he turned into 20 grand now. Arsehole. Um, yeah, it basically turns FinRev into meme coin trading. I, I, I shouldn't recommend it. It's irresponsible for me to recommend it. Of course, I fucking do it myself. So, and everyone loves it. So just don't do it with your whole account. Just do it with a small amount of your account, please. Um, like 20% of your account is okay. Please don't, you know, if you're trying to turn 200 bucks into 20 grand, like, of course that's risky. Like, be a bit careful with it. So on security, FinRef can never withdraw your funds. It connects to your crypto exchange through a secure API code. That means no one, our employees don't have access to it. No one has access to your funds, and only you have access. We can trade. We can't withdraw or add funds. So what are you really getting today? You're getting access to the rapid wealth building engine that fully automates massive returns with crypto. When you join FinRef Gold or Platinum today, it's going to build the path to financial freedom for you on autopilot. Means $1 million retirement is realistic for anyone who sticks with it for the long haul. Plus, you'll get $100 in trend airdrop points just for showing up to the call with my team, plus $500 USDT deposited in your FinRev account when you join today. So when you join FinRev today, you get to be part of this massive wealth generation event. We're giving away 32 million bucks worth of tokens at TGE, and you can book my call. You book your call with our onboarding team at this link. Um, this is not a high pressure like Telly Shark call. This is not signing up for anything other than a quick chat with our enrollment team. So just fill out our quick intake form, and it tells them how they can help you, and then book a chat with our enrollment team. They're all people who use FinRev themselves. You probably got questions. You should have questions. The right place to get them answered is on this call. Dr. Tiana, yeah, fuck it, why not? If you upgrade, tell them I said you get another 500 bucks. Tell them to clear it with me personally, and I'll say yes. Ian, can you let the onboarding team know that if Dr. Tiana,
Sure do. Will Scott doing that now?
all right, guys, this it's a good thing. It's a good deal. It's a good offer. Um, uh, I think it's the best opportunity in crypto right now for me. It is. Um, yeah, I'm wildly excited and proud. Finally I've built something that I'm really, really, really proud of, and I'm privileged to share it with my friends. So, guys, I've taken up a lot of your time. I've gone over time. Um, yeah, we are launching Hypertrend with our own money today, as it happens. Yeah, with our own money today, and we'll open it up for you when we've made sure we aren't going to lose everyone's money. Probably a couple of weeks. Guys, thank you so much.
Fantastic note to end on. Thank you, Scott. Thanks, everyone. Ta-da.